Tonight is Friday the 13th. For some people it's just a date. For others it carries a chill, like history left a fingerprint on the calendar. And one of the darkest fingerprints may trace back to Friday, October the 13th, 1307. The day King Philip IV of France ordered the mass arrests of the Knights Templar. Imagine the shock of it. Men who believed they served God and crown, warriors, bankers, administrators, and monks under vows, waking to find the state turning on them in a single coordinated sweep. Templars were seized across France. Their property was targeted, their leaders were taken, and at the centre of it all was the most powerful and feared accusation of the medieval world, heresy. The charges were severe and sensational, designed to stain their reputation permanently: denial of Christ, idol worship, secret initiation rituals, obscene or blasphemous acts, and allegations of hidden symbols or heads being revered in secret. Some of these claims would evolve over time, shifting in detail depending on who was speaking and under what pressure, because this is one of the grim truths of the Templar trials. Many confessions were extracted under imprisonment and coercion, and later retracted by some, who said they confessed only to stop the suffering. Historians widely believe the arrests were driven by more than faith. Philip IV was powerful and heavily burdened by money problems and political pressure. The Templars weren't just soldiers. They were an international institution with wealth, land, and influence, answering directly to the church rather than the French crown. And that made them both valuable and threatening. So one interpretation is brutally simple. If you can destroy their reputation, you can dismantle their power. But behind the politics are real human lives. Templars who had sworn vows and believed they were protected by sacred authority, suddenly treated like criminals. Men locked away in cold cells, interrogated, broken. And in the years that followed, the order was ultimately dissolved, not by a battlefield defeat, but by reputation, pressure, and fear. And here's where the mystery begins to breathe. Because the Templars weren't ordinary. They were secretive by nature, a disciplined order with private rituals, coded communication, and access to kings. And when an institution like that collapses violently, it leaves a vacuum. A space where questions multiply. What did they really know? What did they really possess? What vanished before the arrests? Over centuries, that vacuum filled with legend. Whispers of hidden treasure, sacred relics, the Holy Grail, the Ark, forbidden texts. Secret knowledge carried out of France before the net closed. None of that is proven as fact, but the reason the legends endure is just as important as the legends themselves. Because the Templars were destroyed so thoroughly that certainty became impossible for most people to touch. And when history leaves gaps, the human mind doesn't like silence. It writes possibilities into the shadows. Some argue this event is where the fear of Friday the 13th truly began. Others point out that superstition has multiple roots: religious symbolism, cultural tradition, and later popular storytelling, and that 1307 may be more of a powerful anchor than a single origin point. Either way, when you place Friday and the number 13 beside the image of a secretive order being dragged into darkness, you can see why that date still carries a charge. So tonight, as the clock moves through Friday the 13th, ask yourself, was the fall of the Templars simply political power crushing a rival, or did something else disappear with them? Something we still circle, still speculate about, still try to name. Because history records the arrests, but it never fully closes the door on what might have been lost in the chaos. If an order with secrets, wealth, and influence can be erased in a single day, what else can vanish? and leave only rumours behind.